Hi, welcome back to Bob's Delights. Today I'm going to show you a new game. This is a follow-up to a game I showed you earlier from Wren Games called Assembly. This one's Sensor Ghosts, and once more, it's a quick game in a small box with some great playability. Plays 10 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to show you how this solo game plays. What we have here is a preview copy. Alright, this is not final components, just a preview copy. You've escaped both the virus-ridden space station and the clutches of the station's computer. You must now make your way back to Earth in the midst of a large meteor storm, but something seems to be messing with your sensors. Did you build the ship incorrectly, or has the computer somehow got on board and is now trying to thwart your escape? And to make matters worse, Earth is refusing to let you land. The only way to persuade them is if you collect a virus sample en route, which can assist with the creation of a vaccine. One thing I do like is games that introduce some gameplay into the setup. Now we've got 5 tokens here. We're going to scatter them across this galaxy. Not all of them are the samples that we're looking for. Some of them are just useless lumps of rock. And what we're going to do is we have to place them in rows 3 through 7. Now we move 3 cards, and they have to be adjacent, so that's orthogonally adjacent, not diagonally adjacent to the samples that we've placed. We can't remove the red ones. But here's the catch in the game. We've got some what look to be safe sectors and some which appear to be dangerous. But the flip side of these is what's actually there. Okay, so it's like we've scanned the galaxy and we think what's out there, but when we get close and we actually enter those sectors, we flip and see what's actually there. The meteorites are potentially dangerous, so let's get rid of 3 of those. You don't flip them, you don't know what these are. We're almost ready to get going. We're just going to shuffle up some decks. This is a disruption deck full of glitches, and a navigation deck. Now we're going to remove some cards for this, for the solo game. And for the introductory game, we'll remove one of these, and then one of these randomly one of these fly token, 2 of these fly cards. Okay. So there are different levels of difficulty you can play in the game. Let's remind ourselves of our objective then. We've got to make our way safely back to Earth. Along the way, we've got to collect a raw sample of the virus by scooping up a virus-infected lump of rock. If we take too long, take damage, or pushed off course, our ship and us will not survive. So to win, we've got to guide our ship from the space station back to Earth, collect at least 1 valid sample, and guide the escape pod back to Earth. We'll lose if we run out of navigation cards, or if we take damage and our shields are not charged, if we enter an obstructed sector, or the escape pod is destroyed. Okay, this is how we're going to lose. So how do we do this? How do we make our way across this galaxy? Well, let's learn to play as we play. First, we're going to select a role. There's one of 8 roles here to choose from. Let's just take one randomly. I'm going to be Alfie. It says you may execute a deep scan action to swap 2 cards that are adjacent to your ship. And we draw 3 navigation cards, which are the things that allow us to perform actions. My 3 navigation cards here determine what I can do on my turn. All I do is play one of these cards. I'm going to choose this one here. There's basically 3 types of actions, and they're here on your reference card. This is the fly peek card, this is a deep scan, and the shield's charge. Deep scan allows you to kind of look ahead or influence what's going on the board. Fly is how we move our ship and indeed our escape pod. So I'm going to play the fly peek. You can either use it for its fly, move your ship, or the peek, look ahead, see what's in front of you. Now we're right here at the beginning, okay, these are safe sectors. I don't have to worry about peeking just yet. You can only peek in front of your ship. And what's important is when you play this card, you've got to play it in one of 4 orientations to say which direction is your ship going to travel in? So we'll create a discard pile up here. This is the direction I want to go. I want to move to the right. So my ship here moves one space to the right. The two cards here, the two sectors at the start, they have a no flip icon on them. You don't need to flip them, they're the same on both sides, okay? This is a safe sector, nothing's going to happen, okay? These are safe sectors, nothing's going to happen. The meteoroid here, if I enter here, my ship will be destroyed and I'll lose the game. The only way to avoid that is to have my shields fully charged. And I'll need to do that using 2 shield charge actions, okay? So dangerous spots. The escape pod's going to move as well. If we look back at the navigation card we played, you'll see there's a number on it. Here it's a number 1. It could be a 1, a 2 or a 3. The escape pod's going to move in the same direction that number of spaces. Okay, so the escape pod's moving independently of our ship. Our job is to get the escape pod up and back to Earth as well. And we draw back up. We've drawn a shield. Brilliant. Okay. Actually, not so good. I kind of wanted to fly. But look at the key. This is the key to the game, this deck. If this runs out, we lose the game. Okay. And that's important because this is a race against time. You can take your time scanning and deep shielding, and indeed you can play any 3 cards as a wild, you know, to take one of these actions. So if I want to fly, but I don't have a fly card, I can still do it by just playing 3 wild. Okay, 3 as a wild. But of course that's going to get me through the deck faster, because then I'll have to draw 3 cards. I'm effectively losing 3 turns. It's a huge cost to do that. Right, so we've drawn back up, and then the final part, and this is where this game is really fiendish. Wren Games is really bringing fiendish back with Sense of Ghosts, and it's that element of the gameplay that's going to keep you going. Just one more go, just one more go, because this is going to play quite quickly. But the challenge is not just trying to get both your ship and the escape pod over here to Earth, but you're looking ahead as well. So it's a real multi-dimensional puzzle, because what's going to happen next is the row above you, okay, immediately above you, because you're always in one of these rows heading closer to Earth all the time, everything's going to shift one spot to the left. So you've kind of got to look ahead and figure out where these sectors are going to go. You're looking for a clear path through. But not just that, is obviously as you move forward, these things are going to flip over. So there's 2 sides. So you've got to, there's a little bit of memory in here. So it really is a multi-dimensional puzzle in a neat little box. Trying to remember what was where, what's on the other side of this card, because they're going to keep flipping. Okay. Some of these cards might be these obstructed zones, so you might flip them, and it's kind of insta-death. All right, you immediately lose the game. Now, Wren Games are talking about adding a variant in here. I think when the final game comes, I think it's still in play testing, where instead of that insta-death, you might pay a cost or forfeit something that you know, one of these sample tokens, that kind of thing. And for those who have terrible memories like me, you have these 3 tokens here, which are memory cubes. So for example, if I know that on the back side of this one is another meteoroid, okay, I might say, well, I've either got to try and remember it, or maybe I'll put a memory cube here, and I know, right, I've marked this one, or maybe I want to remember these are my safe routes through this section of the galaxy. Use your memory cubes however you wish, but you've only got 3, and they're one-time use type things. You know, once they're placed on a sector, that's it. You know, you can't reuse them. And then after shifting everything left, 2 rows ahead of you, you must flip over 2 sectors to see what's on the other side. So I'm just going to check these 2 that I know are safe. Okay, so I'm going to flip this one. Safe on both sides, excellent. And this one, which is probably the way I want to go. I want this to be safe. And no, it's a meteoroid. So that's it, that's the end of the round, and we push on and we can go again. So this time, let's boost up my shields while I can. So my shields are halfway ready, okay? Still no good to me, I need 2 in here. 1 shield does nothing. And that was a number 1 on that card, so the escape pod moves 1. Now you can change direction here, okay, because we've not played a fly card. With a fly card, the escape pod must move in the direction that of the fly. Okay, when you play any other card, then you can decide which way it wants to go. I don't want to go up, because if I go up and this moves left, then I'm in front of that obstructed sector, which means I can't then fly up. So I'm actually going to make the escape pod go 1 this way. Let's draw back up, and it's a fly peak. Everything shifts in the row above my ship. And then I flip 2 here. So I know there's a safe one under here. Right, so I'm going to leave that, because if I enter this, it'll flip, and then it's safe. Alright, so I know that's good. Let me flip this one. And, okay, so that's a boost, and let's flip this one. That's a boost. And that's the obstructed sector. Yeah, actually, I'm going to put a memory cube on here and remind myself that's bad news right there. Now I think I'm going to take the opportunity to push my escape pod further up the board, because this fly peak has a number 2 on it. Just to show you another rule, if this was the discard pile right now and I wanted to play another fly peak, I have to play the arrow pointing the same way. Okay, which means I'd have to fly this way or peek this way, and the escape pod would have to go this way. You're not allowed to change directions. You can if you play 2 flies, or if you play 3 for wild. Okay, but a single fly card, you can't change direction. It has to be the same direction. Now as it goes, we've got a shield card in between, which means we can play our fly any direction. So I'm going to play it this way, but I'm going to use it for the peek action this time, not the fly. Okay, I want to look ahead and see what's up in front of me. Now with the peek action, what you do is, if my ship was here, you'd get to look at the card in front and the 2 immediately either side. Okay, so with my ship here, I get to look at this one and this one and take a peek at them. I flip them over and have a peek, but they have to go back. Oh man, there's an obstruction there. They have to go back face down there. So these are both bad things. Okay, that is an asteroid and that is an obstruction. So I'm going to put another white cube down here to remind me this is a bad place to go. And I played the peak with a 2 upwards, so my escape pod is going 1, 2. Alright, escape pods will pass over meteoroids, not affected. Likewise for boosts, it's only these obstructions that kill your escape pod. Let's draw back up. Another fly peak. Let's rescan, everything shuffles left, and then I can flip 2 here. So I'm flipping this one because I don't know what's there. I'll let go. It's a safe zone. Excellent. We'll keep that safe. We'll keep that safe. That was safe on both sides, wasn't it? See, I'm forgetting already. And this was safe on the other side. That's bad. I'll flip this one, and I know that these 2 are safe. See, I can't fly right now, yeah, because there's an up arrow here, but I can deep scan. So that's what we're going to do. Deep scan 1. So with your deep scan, I can flip over any token and have a look at it and see what it is. I can flip any sector anywhere on the map, or I can shift an entire row, any row left. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to flip this one here and just see if it is indeed safe. It's not. It's a meteoroid. Bad news. Okay, let's draw. A fly peak. Everything shifts. And I get to flip 2. So again, I know this one's safe. Keep flipping that. Flip another. That one was. I'll just flip this one back again. That's now safe. I've made that safe effectively. Okay, let's fly 1 right. Fly 1 right. Okay, so we're going here. My pod's going here. Everything switches. And then I'll flip these two. That was a boost, and that was the bad thing. Okay. If I keep it that way around, I know it's a boost now, so it's actually safe on the back. So everything here is safe at the moment. I forgot to draw. I can go right one more into this one. I don't know that this is safe. I really don't know. So I might have to just use a one peak. That's going to push this way. I'd like to push him that way. What I can't do is have this go up here and then into these empty spaces. That will destroy it. The good news is this guy won't go off the edge of the board. So what happens, I mean, this is the final rule, I guess, to teach you. Around the outside is all considered obstructed sectors as well. So if your ship should push off the edge of the map, it's destroyed. That doesn't apply to the escape pod. The escape pod will just kind of buffer up against here. So if he keeps going, if he's here and keeps going right, it's just going to stay here safely. I think I need to deep scan. And I'm going to deep scan. I know that's bad, but that will allow me to flip it, won't it? And make it safe effectively. So I might do that. I might just flip this one, because I know that's safe under there. Then I'll draw back up. Then everything shifts left. That's now, I know that's safe, okay? Under there is safe. I have to keep telling myself, otherwise I won't remember. And then I need to flip to, that's safe under there, that's safe. I'm going to flip this one, Then I'm going to play a fly peak and fly up. I have to flip this to resolve it, and I know it's safe. Okay. My pod, that's a 1, he flies up. I draw. So I'm doing okay at the moment. This row now is going to shift. Bang, 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 bang. And I go to flip 2 here. So I'm going to flip this one. And flip this one. Okay. So that's safe on the other side. That's safe on the other side. Interestingly, I've got fly 3 here, so I could push this pod all the way up. Problem is there's an obstructed zone here, so I can't. So I can only afford to move up 1. Well, let's do that. Let's go up 1. So I'm going up into here with a 1. That will flip this, which I know is safe. Now I get to flip this, and I'm hoping for a virus sample. No, it's a piece of dud rock. No good for anything. Toss it aside. If it was a virus sample, I can use that as a shield as well. I can just throw away as a shield. So once you've collected one virus, remember there's more than one out here, I could use the second one. If I manage to collect the second one, I could use it as a shield boost. Okay, that was an up 1, so escape pod's going up. So he's still good. I can't go up again because there's that would destroy my escape pod, which is a shame, because what's going to happen now is that this is all going to shift left, and then I get to flip 2 here. So I know that's safe underneath. Safe is safe. And I'll flip. Let's flip this one next to it. Let's flip this one next to it. A meteoroid, so it's got a boost underneath. I don't know if I can remember that, but it's got a boost underneath. Okay, another fly peak. So I can go right. These were all safe as far as I remember, but I can't go up. So I want to start exploring over this way. Okay, let's see. This is why my memory suffers, and I really need some shields. That would have been good. I can change direction. I can play 2 cards to change direction, and have my ship go this way, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the 2 and get rid of the 3. So when you play 2 cards, I can either put the 3 on top, which would make the escape pod move 3 to the right, or I can put the 1 on top, which would make the escape pod move just 1 to the right. I'm going to put the escape pod moving just 1. So remember, I can't play up, but if I play 2, I can change direction. It's like you're using extra fuel. So I'm going to play 2 and go to the right here. And this should be safe, if I remember rightly. No, it's a boost. Oh, man. That's okay, though, isn't it? Boo. Oh, moo. Did I just mess up? I don't think I did. So I'm going to go 1 right, and then 2 right, which flips this over. It's another boost. Oh, no, I did. I messed up. It's going to go right again. And, oh, how lucky. Almost completely messed up. Now I've decided to play without them, but the other rule is when you hit a boost, every time you hit a boost, and I've hit 2 here, you would draw one of these glitches. Okay, and they each have an effect. So you finish your move, and then you take the effect of this glitch. This one says, stuck controls during the next rescan, flip the sectors in columns 2 and 4. And then the second one would have been an engine burn. The next empty space sector that you enter becomes a boost. Okay, now these will obviously ramp up the difficulty, but add lots of craziness to the game. So I'm going to play without them for now, but lots of fun to be had with these disruption cards, these glitches. This all moves to the left, and then I flip 2 up here. So let's flip this one. And I'll flip this one. So that's a bad one as well. I'm just going to remember. I'm going to put that there to remember. That's all my memory stones, memory cubes used. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I messed up there because now I'm trapped into this horrible space. But I've got a deep scan, so let's deep scan. I might just deep scan and shift this and get that horrible obstruction away. I like that idea. I'll move the escape pod this way. That was a 1. Got to draw. I keep forgetting to draw. Rescan moves everything this way. I get to flip 2. So I'm going to flip that one. And flip this one. Then I'm going to go up 2. So I'm going to fly up. Turn this over. That's a safe. I get to look at this. And there we go. There's the virus sample I was looking for. And then up 2 with the escape pod. 1, 2. Draw a card. It's a fly. Rescan. So this shifts down. Yeah, I didn't want that, did I? Did that wrong. And then I get to flip 2 up here. So I'm going to flip this one. Is bad. Flip this one. It's bad. So that's safe under there. Okay. I'm starting to feel a bit stuck and wonder whether I can swap 2 cards that are adjacent to your ship. I'm going to use Alfie's ability. I'm going to swap these 2. I think that's how this works. Okay, Alfie's used, but it does now mean I can fly upwards, like so. Flip this, and I swapped the wrong 2. Why did I think that was all safe? There you go. That's what can happen. I should have charged up my shields first, but then this would have flipped around. Oh man. Yeah, maybe I should have charged up, then used our visibility. At least then I would have had a backup. Ah, I flipped up. Messed up. Anyway, what I was hoping to do was shield up and then use the fly. No, I couldn't even fly to. I need to fly right to get this escape pod over there, which I can't. I can't fly right because I'm on the edge of the map. So yeah, I needed to push back in this way, which would have pushed the escape pod further away from its target. Yeah, I kind of got myself in a pickle, and look what I did. But that's it. This is what this is a game about. It's exciting. It plays quickly, and it rewards clever play, which is not what I demonstrated. But that's it. That's Sense of Ghosts. Look out for it. It's a cracking little game, and I think Wren Games have really delivered a game, especially for the soloist the community. Thanks for watching. Look out for the Kickstarter. See you next time.